This side too. Oh no. Alright, so today we're doing an Ulta and Sephora try on haul video. I picked up a bunch of stuff that we're gonna be testing out together. Oh, just realized I had powder on my shirt the whole video. Try on hauls are basically where I show you what I picked up and also try on the products so you can actually see what they look like and what I think of them and give kind of first impressions. I tried the Dyson Airwrap again today. It's the first time I'm trying it on my like shorter hair. I did vlog it. I don't know the order that the vlogs will be going up, but I'm kind of feeling like Mad Men-esque right now. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and find it helpful. If you do while you're watching, you can give it a thumbs up. I'm gonna have everything I talk about linked down below in the description box. And let's go put some makeup on. What are we doing? I'm gonna use these little guys. I feel like sometimes these do make marks in my hair though. They're like the ones that are supposed to not do that. Okay, we're gonna start off the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Protector in 01 Light Sheer. So this thing a lot of people on TikTok are comparing to the Hollywood Flawless Filter, which this is one of my all-time favorite products. I think it's so unique, so I'm really curious to see how this compares. This one you can use all over your face before foundation. That's kind of how people are using this one. Or you can use it as a highlighter, which is how I love to use it, or mixing in. So I'm just gonna use this as a like glowy all over kind of product like I would with the Charlotte Tilbury. They call this primer, concealer, highlighter, BB cream, base corrector, and illuminator. That's what it claims on there. Okay, so it's definitely sheer coverage, which is what the Charlotte Tilbury is too. It's not supposed to cover, just kind of like adds glow. So the consistency is different than the Charlotte Tilbury. That one almost gives like a tacky kind of feel, which is why I like it as a base. This one is a little bit more, I wouldn't say it's slippery, but it doesn't have the same consistency to it. I don't know. I wouldn't call this a dupe. I think it's just like a glowy product. The Charlotte Tilbury does something different. Like it just gives you this like ethereal kind of glow. I also picked up this Essence Primer on Ulta and it's their Poreless and Skin Blurring Putty Primer with Squalene. No silicones, velvety texture, natural blurred matte look. Okay. I usually like to just focus pore blurring products around my nose and then between my eyebrows. It's supposed to be pore blurring. I'm really pressing it in. I have a video that I'm pretty sure is already up when you're seeing this on my pore blurring skin routine, exactly how I do everything to get a blurred look. So if you want to watch that, I'll link in the eye down below. We're going in with a more matte foundation. So on my forehead, I'm gonna leave that alone, but oh crap, where's my mirror? I did mattify it. It does feel a bit dry where I just put that on. I wouldn't say it's super blurring, but it did. Actually, it looks like it slightly did. I'm gonna have to try that one again, but I will keep testing and update in speed reviews. All right, so Tarte relaunched, re-released. I think they did change the formula. Their Amazonian Clay 16-hour full coverage foundation. I've never liked the original version of this foundation, so honestly, I don't have high hopes for this one, but it says full coverage, soft matte finish, poreless technology. If they totally reformulated it, I might love it, but in the past, it's just looked super heavy, super cakey on my skin, both when I had oily skin and acne and afterwards. So we'll see. This is in the shade 20 Light Neutral. You can get the little baby sizes, which I like before like committing to the full size if you just want to try out a foundation. I actually really like when brands do that now. I do have matte foundations that work on my skin. It can be done. Start with a brush on this side, obviously. Oh wow, that fragrance. It smells floral. It's looking dry down here, which I can get sometimes, and then also a bit makeup-y around my nose, but not as bad as I was expecting, honestly. It looks pretty smooth on the rest of my face, and I think that shade match is actually perfect. Looking at my neck, once I have bronzer on, I think that's going to be a perfect shade match for me. It could have been the primer, but right around here, it's not looking too great. Don't know what that shape was. Sometimes with full coverage matte foundations, I prefer a sponge because it can make it more skin-like looking. So with the sponge, I think I got slightly less coverage, but I also have more redness on the side, so I can still see it coming through just a tiny bit. I think you could go either way. I kind of prefer a brush with this one, actually. Okay, on my forehead, it's looking real dry. It's just like clinging to everything, so I'm going to try and press that in with the sponge. I will say the texture of this one compared to the old formula does feel more lightweight. It feels a little bit more airy. The other one was just so freaking thick and heavy feeling, but I would say if you have dry skin, this one is looking like a clinger. Don't think it's going to be my new go-to matte foundation, but it's not horrible. It's definitely doable. I don't have a new concealer to try, so I'm just going to pop on my Hailey's Beauty. If you like full coverage, this stuff is super long lasting. You need a tiny amount. This is in the shade Fair Light Neutral. That's like my pale shade. I'm gonna do a weird thing with the bronzer, so I'm actually gonna go in with my blush first, and I have a plethora of blushes here to try. Went a little blush crazy. They're still coming. Don't you worry, still coming. Just been loving cream products lately, and I just want them all, you know? So this is the Say Dew Blush. This one gets super good reviews on Sephora. I got the shade Poppy. Okay, good. A little doe foot. So this Tower 28 one, I'm definitely not using today because I already know I love this thing. I've been using it, and it's in the shade Magic Hour, the Beach Please Blush. If you're new to cream products, I think the formula of this is pretty foolproof. I love everything about this. It is slightly dewy. I've already been testing this one. It's the Revolution Super Dewy Liquid Blush. You can get this on Ulta. I like this one. Also picked up the Milani 120 Pink Flirt Cheek Kiss. And then I have a cream blush, same line. This is their Cheek Kiss Blushing Berry. I'm kind of curious about this one, but I'm also so curious about the Say because this got such good reviews. So maybe we'll do one on each side and then just try and like even out the color situation here. I actually love this kind of applicator for cream products. Let's go in. I always use my e.l.f. Putty Primer applicator brush. Whoa. Okay, it's pigmented. Probably needed half that amount. It might just be on top of this matte foundation, but it feels more like matte than I was expecting, just blending it out. Like it's a little bit, not matte, just like a little bit stiffer, like not as fluid feeling as some other ones I have. I'm just going over the edges to kind of blend that out. Okay, blended into the skin really nicely. Like now it doesn't look too intense. Definitely has a dew, which I like. Let's do the Milani one on the other side. I'm gonna try and like wipe off this brush a little bit just so we don't get them both on there right away. Milani products are usually pretty pigmented, so I'm gonna go light with this to start. That was like half a swipe there. Do feel like this one is lifting up a little bit more, but it could just be the foundation. I'm gonna apply this one to this side too. Oh no. Okay, let's go in with the foundation brush. So if you ever get too much like I just did with the cream product, you can just go back in with your foundation brush and use that. Don't use the same brush you're using because then you're just depositing more color. So I wanna try the Bare Minerals Original Veil. This is in the shade Sheer Light. Bare Mineral powders I usually don't have great luck with. By the way, this was the only product out of all these that was sent. Everything else I bought. Uh-oh. A little cracked, that's okay. I'm first just gonna try this down here, I think. I just wanna see if this is blurring. I've been liking blurring powders lately, especially for around my nose and a little bit on my forehead. Some of them have been working. Whoa, uh-oh, powder overboard. Since the foundation is already a no, I think I'm just gonna bring this across my forehead and see what I think. Definitely mattifies. I'm actually gonna press a little bit using my Shop Massé sponge, because sometimes this can really do it for me. Off the bat, the Charlotte Tilbury is just way more blurring, like extremely more blurring. So here's the weird thing I'm gonna do with bronzer. So I picked up, finally, the No. 7 Lift and Illuminate Finishing Powder. I know this is one of Jessica Braun's favorites. I feel like I had tried the light shade a long time ago, but now I can't find it anywhere. So I repurchased it. I got the medium shade, thinking I would use this with self-tanner, but it's pretty dark, the medium shade. And it's definitely not gonna work today. So basically I'm gonna try using this as a bronzer. But yeah, this is the shade medium. So even when I have tanner on, this is too dark. It says it makes your skin instantly smoother, more radiant, and reduces the appearance of fine lines. I could use some radiance on my forehead now. Let's bring it back. So I'm just gonna try this on the outside, from right on my face. I do feel like I need some warmth right now anyways. All right, I don't know how long I have not been recording for. I just noticed I was not recording. This one's looking a little bit on the orange side. Don't think I would use this one again for bronzer. I mean, it's working fine, but it's not gonna be like my go-to move. What's up with you guys? I feel like I need to do another shadow and schmooze. It's weird because I pre-film so much, so sometimes I'm just like go, 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 and then I look back and I'm like, wow, I haven't actually chatted with you guys in a while, you know? By the way, all of the blushes I talked about, these will be in the next speed reviews. Before we do highlight, I'm gonna do brows. I'm actually so excited to try this. It's the Anastasia Brow Freeze Styling Wax. So in my recent Amazon video, I tried the Kaida Brow. Someone asked a very valid question because this claims to be waterproof, but it's a soap brow thing. Someone asked, how are soap brows waterproof? It's a good question. These are more of a styling wax to lift up your brow hairs. The soap brow name is more of like the trend because you can use actual soap to create this. But these products are more like styling hold, like the Anastasia one says an extreme hold styling wax that lifts and holds in place for a feathered effect. This one doesn't come with a spoolie or anything, so I guess you have to use your own. This one's just totally clear. Looks like nothing's in here. But I'm going to, oh, whoa. Okay, off the bat, this one, when you just dip in, it's much more flexible than the other one. Like it feels like more of a jelly consistency rather than like a full-on hard wax. And you can do this before you put in the rest of your brow products, whatever you're using, or after. I kind of have been liking with the other one to do it both ways because it kind of brushes up again at the end. Okay, off the bat, I can tell you this one is definitely more lifting than the other product. It has kind of a cooling feel. Definitely lifted it. I'm going to go in with another brow product, but this brow pen, I'm stoked to try because if this is good, we could have a little dupe on our hands for the Glossier Brow Flick. And this is what I use every day now. I love the Glossier Brow Flick. This is the Milani Weekend Brow in the shade 140 Espresso. It says microblading pen, so this is basically just supposed to be a fine tip eyebrow pen. Ooh, very fine tip. Super fine. Okay, this is really tiny. Let me show you compared to the Glossier. Look at that. Significantly smaller. Let me compare to the Anastasia brow pen. It's even smaller than the Anastasia. Anastasia is right here. Okay, now I'm very excited. Okay, where has this been all my life? Why does every brand not make them this fine? This is amazing. I'm loving this. Really liking both of those. So far I am preferring the Anastasia one to the Amazon one because that one is just such a hard wax. You have to like spray it first. This one you can just dip in, go, and it really lifts them up. I also picked up this on Sephora, Psychosis Air Brow, that I wanted to give you a little update on. I talked about this in one of my Foundation Friday videos. I'm not sure the order, which one's gonna be up first, but this product had really good reviews. A lot of people are talking about this right now. It's got the dark brown shade. It's their Air Brow. So I love the packaging. I love how tiny the applicator is. It's definitely more of a very filled in, blurred out kind of look. If you like a very soft, not defined kind of brow, but you just want your brows to be filled in, you might really like this. It is more flexible hold, I find. Like comparing it to my other kind of two go-to brow gels, which are the CoverGirl Easy Breezy Brow and the Milk Makeup Brow Gel. Those ones have more of a hold and are very pigmented. This one, I would say, is the same amount of pigmented, but this one's just more like soft, flexible. Before we go in with eyeshadow, I'm going to set my face, and very excited to try this. I got this on Ulta. It's the PYT One and Done Setting Spray. It says pollution and blue light. This one was getting really good reviews, and the bottle's made with 30% recycled plastic, so that's cool. It's antioxidants, protects against blue light. Okay, let's see what this spritzer's like. Actually pretty intense. Thought it was going to be more of one of those like light ones. Oh wow. Interesting scent. Don't love the scent. Smells like bathroom spray to me. Rough scent. Uh-oh. I'm still gonna try it. Why was no one talking about that scent in the reviews? Okay, it's still drying down, but it is definitely adding a glow, which I like. I don't think I would enjoy putting this on my face every day though, just because of the scent. The nozzle in this is actually pretty intense. It's one of those like fire hydrant ones, so make sure you're holding it really far away. So for eyeshadow, I just primed my eyes with my Laura Mercier Caviar Eye Stick and Vanilla Kiss. And now I'm going to go in with a few Ulta single shadows. I have Suede, which is the darker one. And then, oh, this just came out of the pan. We have the Bouncy eyeshadow in the shade Champagne Sorbet, which looks very pretty. I don't want it to fall out of the pan here, but there's the metallic shade. Here's the shade Suede. And here's Buzzword. I have tried these ones, haven't tried the Bouncy one yet. I've just, I think, swatched it. So I'm gonna go with the lightest one. I kind of want to just do like a very simple, kind of bronzy, quick eye look because the other product I want to try, you'll see. I'm pretty sure my first like actual eyeshadows ever were the Ulta brand eyeshadows because I remember going into Ulta with my mom and my best friend and her mom when it opened in San Diego, and it was like this big deal. And back then the Ulta eyeshadows, they would always do, I think they still do, like buy one get one free and stuff all the time. Now I'm gonna take the more cool tone shades Suede. These blend out really nicely. Let me swatch this one. Feels very light. It's a very interesting feel to it. It feels like nothing. This is one of those really pretty, just subtle, like good everyday kind of eyeshadows, where if you want a slight shimmer, but it's not wild, it's just like a very natural, soft kind of sheen. The product that I'm so curious to try, this is the Duo Line It, Lash It 2-in-1 eyeliner and lash adhesive. So this says you just apply 2 coats of this eyeliner / lash glue, and then you just place your lashes on top. Yeah, look at that eyeshadow. Just a very nice soft look. So I guess you need to be full on ready to go in with your lashes and just do one eye at a time. It's the same. This is the issue. After I use lashes, I just keep them, and then what's what here? Oh, and these two are glued together. I'm actually gonna trim down one of my pairs and just use them as corner lashes. Okay, 2 coats, apply when semi-wet. Wish me luck. I'm scared. Hopefully this has a fine tip because, oh God. They didn't even give us a good tip. Come on. Who's this by? Duo? You guys need to put an actual eyeliner tip on here, folks. It's just like their normal lash adhesive tips. So I don't know how you're supposed to make like full on wing and eyeliner with this like they show, but here we go. I'm not gonna wing it because I know this is gonna be a disaster if I try and wing it with this. So if you do want like a wing or kind of more eyeliner inward, I feel like you would probably have to go in with another eyeliner after. I got it on there in the middle. The inner and outer keep coming up. Yeah, it's like not even on here on the end. Maybe I waited too long last time, so let me stick it on right away. I just realized I totally forgot to put on mascara first. Okay, this one I got on the outer part in the middle, but not the front. So if you're buying that thinking like it's gonna be an easy 2-in-1 thing, I would say don't. Okay, I would say pass on these. I think it's just taking way longer and not sticking as well as if you just did an eyeliner and then went in with lash glue, basically. It just keeps coming up, so I'm gonna fix my eyeballs right now. Okay, the eye situation has been fixed. I do want to add a little bit of glow to my forehead, so I think I'm actually gonna go with my Laura Mercier Candle Glow Sheer Perfecting Powder. I talked about this in my best high-end makeup video, but there's just so many uses for this powder, and one of them is adding a super pretty glow. Look at that. Oh, so pretty. If you're looking just too matte, but you just want like a really lightweight kind of powder, this is the one. And then I might as well use this too for highlight, just to show you how you can also use this for a very like subtle face highlight. You just want to make sure you're using a smaller like highlight brush when you do this. So I have this one. I didn't purchase this, not part of this haul, but figured we would try this one out. It's the LA Girl Glossy Tint Lip Stain. It says it's a long-lasting stain. It looks like it's going to be a nice like berry kind of summery color. Isn't it wild that summer is almost over? Like I feel like we just got here. What is happening? Oh, it's very lightweight. Has a really strong chemical scent. Oops. That's pretty. I really like lip stains because they give you the color without you having to like worry about it throughout the day if they're one that actually stays on like a lip stain. Doesn't feel drying. A lot of lip stains can also be more on like the matte dry side. Last step, I feel like I need something a little bit bright on my inner corner. I'm just gonna take a highlight. I'm using my Sigma Glow palette, Glow Kissed. Just pressing that on the inner corner. Wow, I've never used this on the inner corner. Don't know why, but that is beautiful. I'm just using the lightest shade. So I think this is the finished look. I am going to update down below to let you know how this one wears because right now I'm really liking this lip thing. And the scent, by the way, did wear off. I'm not still smelling the chemical-y scent. But I would say my top 2 out of what I tried today is definitely the brow products. I am so excited to use this again, the Milani. You got to pick this up if you like brow pens, so tiny. And then the Brow Freeze. It does give an actual like hold. So if you don't like, you know, crunchy kind of brows, this isn't like a flexible kind of product. It is giving like that freeze hold, which is what I want. I feel like I'm gonna have to try these again. Both of them are very pigmented. I think shade wise I'm leaning towards Poppy. I rarely return makeup, but I think this one's gonna be going back. The scent of this makes me want to gag. But I'm gonna have everything I tried out today listed down below in the description box. I always list nail polish, earrings, shirt, everything else is down below in the description box as well. I'll leave my last Sephora try on haul down below, and I also give updated reviews in speed reviews, so another speed reviews will be coming too. But I love you guys. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video.